Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. And find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Hey, welcome back to High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, where everyone has a home field advantage. Coming to you live from the Pizza Ranch studio and presented as always by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Doak Propane, Labor's Local 663, Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, Great Southern Bank, Shelter Insurance, and the Bank of Billings. We go up I-44 to Marshfield High School and head football coach Cody Bull. Coach Bull, thanks so much for your time today.
Absolutely, guys. Thanks for having me.
Coach, got a lot of guys coming back. I believe 18 to 20 seniors are returning. Tell us a little bit about the Blue Jays of 2022.
Yes, sir. We're returning a lot of starters offensively for lots of letterman guys that even if they weren't starters spent quite a bit of time on the field on Friday or another. Again, we've got a senior class of 18 guys, and they've been their turn to be that senior group and test out the leadership that they've been putting in.
And the schedule didn't do you any favors. You open up with maybe two of the best teams, maybe in the Big 8 Conference with McDonald County and Lamar, teams that combined for 23 wins a year ago, and teams you did not face a year ago. What challenges there are presented for you?
Yeah, correct. The Big 8, East or West, is low players, really good coaches. In week 3 we have Hollister and a quality opponent too. We've got, so right out of the gate, our first 3 are, huge games for us and huge games in Southwest Missouri. Tradition rich and, really set the tone for here the last 10 years. And, that's a testament to Scott and keeping it rolling and just their kids in their community. So we're really excited to get to play those guys. Kids are excited to be tested, and they want to see where they stack up, and they're going to get their opportunity.
Coach, who are, and I mentioned you got a lot of guys returning, but and a lot of them are in key spots. Talk about those returners. Maybe they're on the offensive line, or I know under center you've got you got the big guy coming back. Tell us a little bit about those guys that are returning and what your expectations are.
Yeah, so we're returning a large part of our offensive line. We graduated, which obviously those guys were both very good players, and that hurts. But we're returning that were full-time starters all year on the offensive line. Daniel Minton, star. Tate Crawford is going to start on the offensive line, who is a performer on defense last year and really only played defense injury from the summer. We saved him offensively because we didn't have to have him. Quality player. He's got 2 college offers right now. He's going to step in real nicely. He's a new starter up front for us who's doing a really good job. He's gotten a lot stronger. He's gained weight, kind of taking on the challenge of being one of those guys with some of the veteran group we have there. At running back, we're getting Davion Harris back. He's coming off a little bit of a hamstring thing. He was limited really good right now. Davion rushed for 1,200 yards last year and really had kind of a breakout year to pick up and have another good year. And then Tyler Young at tight end, a receiver type more often than not, but he had 600 yards and games worth of action between a broken arm and some sickness last year. So we feel like we've got some returning weapons. Joe Harles is coming back. He'll be our receiver. He was our third leading receiver last year. So he's a part-timer, but he's a really good athlete. And so along with, we got some veteran receiver, Travis Greenfield and Andrew Beckner, Tommy Minot coming in, and then Tice Jones and Marcus Gritz, who are both really quick, good weapons. May not have names right now, but are gonna kind of step up and make a name for themselves. And then, like I said, Brian's coming back, and he spends a lot of time working on, being a better and football player, and he's ready to get out there and just play. He loves playing football, and he would much rather be out there getting ready to play than at camps and things like that. He wants to be a football player, so that's for another year. And like I said, I think he's going to have a good season.
Coach, coming out of the Jamborees, one, everybody wants to make sure they stay healthy. So did you stay healthy? And number two, were you able to get some things done? And what's kind of your goal going into and coming out of a Jamboree?
Yeah, it's different every year, I think. This year for us, offensive, or just get out there and get those guys some live reps. We did more team camp this summer so some of that wasn't as big a deal. Big thing was just, we feel like the guys we have playing are quality guys, but we are thin at a few. Sure that they got a nice dress rehearsal offensively, and there and get reps against somebody else is the goal this year. And at times, run as many plays, as many things as we can to get experience for guys. Last year, starters, we returned one starter on offense last season. So Jamboree was significantly different for it. I do think we could have, on that, we were in a game atmosphere and not so much a Jamboree scrimmage type atmosphere. I'd like really, play with a little better intensity, but some of that's probably on us, as we told them already they weren't going to play much. But I expect this week's story.
Coach, as you head in now, you go Friday. You got Lamar. What are you doing between now and then to kind of get finalize some of the preparation?
Start school tomorrow. We're here. We got some teacher meetings today and things like that. We met as a staff. We're going to get on our practice schedule, and obviously Lamar opponent that offensively especially does a lot that you have to prepare for, and we're just practice. And our defensive staff, we think, has a good plan, is going to get out there and help get our guys, get them to Friday and let them play. They're I think again after the team camps and the Jamborees where things aren't fully turned loose and they're ready to get out and get after it for real.
You bet. Well, Coach, and again, we're visiting with Marshfield head football coach Cody Bull. And Coach Bull, thank you so much for being generous with your time today. I know you've got teacher meetings going on and practice prep and all that stuff going on as well. But thanks for giving us a few minutes, and we hope to visit with you throughout the season.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And it's to continue to kind of do this for Southwest Missouri sports and football in general. These kind of outlets to kind of help our kids get some recognition.
You bet. You bet. Thanks, Coach. Have a great day.
You bet. Thank you.
Coach Cody Bull from Marshfield here on the Missouri Sports Network, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us, take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life.
After a long day, a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here!
To end your day the right way, count on the carry-out and delivery experts at your local Pizza Ranch.